Good morning. Just making sure everything's hooked up now. And I should make sure that my focus modes are set. And I need to make sure that my Stream Deck stuff is set up too. So I have to change my profile from my default one to my default streaming one. Because that just works better when I'm streaming. Funny enough. There we go. Welcome to whoever's here this morning. So usually I record a couple videos to get started. Today that's not going to happen though, because I worked far enough ahead that even skipping a week I have plenty of videos around. So I'm going to take a bit of a break from actually recording videos today. And I'm just going to show off some stuff and do some work on my upcoming Obsidian course. After I get a little bit of music set up because I like it. There you go. So you guys will hear this when I am screen sharing, at least. You should. Let's find out. There you go. Or I like it anyways. What I need to do is I need to actually get loopback working. The loopback actually takes my sound sources and like lets me do whatever I want with them on Mac OS. With loopback, I should be able to just send it as an audio source all the time to you. I don't even see it coming up on my screen share right now. I haven't bought it yet. I think it's like $90. My internet's being slow today. Good afternoon / morning, Richard. So I am going to talk today about, let's see about loopback in a second. Some task queries, which you can see here in my daily note. I'm going to talk about a question from M today about task managing Todoist. I'm going to look a little bit at M1 multi-monitor stuff. That's kind of the big stuff for today, and answer your questions. So Richard, if you have any questions about productivity, about how I use Obsidian, ask away. I'm just going to see if I can get the audio source going out to Ecamm first. Sources. Safari. And output. Safari's not playing anything now. It paused when I updated their ACE thing. There we go. Now the question is how to pick that up as a virtual source here. I'm only going to spend a little bit on this. I can only do this as a microphone. Switch it as an output, or I can use it as a microphone. So I wonder if I can also go and bring in my Camlink 4K and to sound, set this video down to there. And now if I switch my mic back to loopback audio. Hey Gail, 1 second, I'm just seeing if I can get this to work. Output audio monitor is not off. Superman's AirPod. Then I also hear myself repeating, which I don't love. You hear the music now. Okay, well, I don't love the repeat part of my voice in my ears. The music too loud, Gil? I should do multiple sound input, just right. Good. Good, good. Loopback audio, okay, recording. I'm glad you can hear my voice perfectly, but I hear it coming back in through Ecamm and out to my headphones, which is probably okay. It just sounds weird. And there's a delay for me. Audio monitor. Do I do that? Now I don't hear the music and I want to hear the music, but you probably still hear it. Okay, there we go. We'll just do that for now and see how it works today. See if I can live with the repeated voice in my ear. Ultimately, what I really want to do is this. I want to go to what's it called right now? 8M Pro ISO. This right here. That one right there. So this lets me bring in a bunch of HDMI signals. So I could just mirror my iPad, mirror my iPhone out to it, mirror my screen out to it, and then have a camera, which you're looking at here. and I can just change how I stream. So, and also lets me record each camera input as its separate input. So the only problem might be that I may even need a bigger one like this, the Extreme, because it has more HDMI inputs, because I already have my screen, my iPad, my phone, so that's 3 cameras. It only takes 4, so I'd only have this, and I would never have my top-down view. So we'll see. And that one's $1,800. But the ISO version is the one that lets you record multiple streams. So later on I could bring it into, what's it called? Final Cut, and adjust how the stuff worked. Okay, so questions. Richard, I've been using Todoist perfectly happily for years, but now struggling to work out which of my research tasks belong in Todoist and which in Obsidian. Okay, I'm gonna start that. We'll come back to that in a second. Okay, so first I want to start by answering questions from M. I didn't ask M if I could use their name, although they're occasionally in streams, so I refer to them by name then. So M wants to use Todoist, but has an Excel template already and doesn't want to do double entry. So M, in part, I'd say that Excel just isn't a task management template or a task management application. And I wouldn't suggest using it as one, although people use like pieces of paper and stuff like that, so I guess it would work as good as a piece of paper. As always, if it works for you, go for it. Whatever you want, I don't care. Now, one of the things you said in your email is Todoist has persistent reminders, or does not have them. If you dismiss it on your iPhone, it's just gone, whereas TickTick had persistent reminders. And it just seems like you want do, or you actually want TickTick. In your email, you said a bunch of times that TickTick had things, and you left it, and I gotta ask why. Like, why'd you leave TickTick? It's really cheap. It's like $29 a year, and it has the features you want, it seems. So why wouldn't you simply use it? That's what I would have to say at this moment. Your Excel thing looks interesting. Keep using it if you want. You could probably reproduce something like it here in Obsidian, in a table or something, but it seems like you really want TickTick. So keep using that. Okay, let's bring up Richard, I've been using Todoist perfectly happily for years, but now I'm struggling to work out which of my research tasks belong in Todoist and which in Obsidian. And secondary, I really don't want to use Obsidian for task management, but the ability to link to individual notes is so useful and easier than linking via the URL scheme in Todoist. So what I would say to that is tasks that are project related, I would put in Obsidian. Sorry, I gotta sneeze, just hang on a second maybe. So that'd be stuff like my upcoming review of The Data Detective, right? My tasks for it, putting it on YouTube, the thumbnail, the description, tags, all that stuff is in Obsidian, because that's where it makes sense. I don't necessarily need it somewhere else, right? I have the Kanban view here, so I can move things back and forth. I already did publish that, so I can put it up here. Yeah, that's what I would do. Even if I was writing something, so this is already written, ready to go. But if I had something in here I really needed to do, I'd go, right, do this thing. Now, in fact, coming from programming, I actually often do to do, just because that's a notation that many programming systems pick up, will parse out, and I can collect all my to-dos from across the whole project to it. Now you can, one thing I wanted to cover was, go back to my daily note, how I can use Obsidian as a task management system. I actually picked this up from Justin DeRosa's excellent video right here, if you want to watch it. I just watched it yesterday and it solved some problems for me. So one of the things that I had trouble with was just collecting tasks in general. So I should even go back to yesterday. And let's put a task in here. Oh, I've got the find mouse tracking. So let's say task overdue task, and it's due okay. So now we've got these 3 queries in here, and I can find an overdue task. I wonder why it says ask. Did I type ask? It's quite possible. I did type ask. Weird. I'm sure I typed task. Whatever. So I can see an overdue task. I could see tasks with no due date, and I can find tasks that are due today. So this is a task from yesterday, and I can see, I also have this is the checklist plugin here. That's just pulling up checklist items. Yeah, so I can mark this off right there. This is one that's coming up far in the future. You can see it's in August 6th about a new design template for work. I could even tag it for the proper client, which I don't remember right now. No due date. So this one here actually just has an issue with the filter. So no due date, and then I want to include daily. So in theory this would limit to my daily notes, but I know it shouldn't. Oh, do not understand query includes. Of course it's not working now. Go split horizontally. Go back to today's. No due date. No path. So you can now see that my query includes some other stuff that I probably don't want. So it has tasks for notes that include daily right here, right? Like this right here. I don't want any of those, so that's why I come back in here and use /daily to make sure it includes only stuff in my daily notes that has no due date. Although I do notice that that does eliminate stuff like this. That isn't a daily note. It wasn't labeled as task. I will actually do a full video about this stuff at some point path includes daily. What I probably need to do is path exclude writing. Let's go to the task plugin. To see what the query syntax is. Or does not include, sorry, right there. There we go. That's better. So then I would need to put in here a due date. Let's go back here and say task, and a due date would be September 25th. So then if I go back to this should really be my query. And this is, oh, let's do that. Actually, there we go. So this is my daily note template now. We have creation date, which pulls the file creation date, modification date, which again pulls the file creation date. It doesn't actually update as I modify the file. I usually put a time log in. If I have a meeting, I put the meeting in. Now I have my overdue tasks. I have tasks with no due date, and I have tasks just in general. So this is where I might write in some tasks too. The other thing I do use Obsidian Task Management for is for stuff like a grocery list. So I was trying to do this in OmniFocus, but if I had a grocery list, I just put it in. Ding, candy. And then I can just resolve it as I go through, because that is easy. And I tried to do it with OmniFocus, at least for my phone. It was a pain in the butt. So I do have some stuff in OmniFocus already. And I could even include in here, this is for today, yeah. So let's go delete and add that one, because that's the new one. I could even create like a tasks or projects. I would say folder, and then pull in any tasks from projects with due dates and stuff that's overdue if I wanted. So the other thing I'll use it for though is just like stuff that's not time sensitive. So I need to fix the elastics in my MSR tent. So we can create a new note from card. And that would be start with place art elastic. Don't need to watch that. Might do replacement. Then I would just find some videos. That's the MSR one. I already watched this one. don't think in this case that I would actually create separate notes for each one, just because it's not a big enough project for that. So I'd research replacement, and then I would also this actually might be a good place to have, like to add this, my k-camping path as one to include for tasks. So I could say, at least in the do today, what do I want to purchase elastic? I probably want to put that on, what is it? August 10th, which is their next payday. If I really keep typing ask, so that means I would come back to my oh, noise is being overlaid. Okay, so we'll do music another time because you don't want to hear that. There you go. I'll just quit the music. It's actually choppy now for me anyways. It's better with loopback. Output audio monitor off. That's another thing I will do. Oh, it's an overlay, that's why. So now I should be able to go to my daily note. I don't want no due dates, I want overdue tasks. Not done, due on this day. I would say due which apps do I use most with Obsidian? I don't even know how to answer that question. Civ, what apps? It sounds just kind of like what apps do I mostly use? Let's go to the 10th to test that. That's because it's there, so let's put that under tasks. Go back to the 10th when I said that was due. I guess I could do boards there, right? Yep. So maybe I'll do it like that. It does mean that I have to let's just do this. There we go. Which apps do I use most with Obsidian? I don't even know, like, what other apps do I use? So I guess I use the Kindle app a bit, which at some point I will be showing off how to pull in notes from it. I use it a bit because, like, when I go camping, I don't take a bunch of books. So I took like 2 books, and I didn't read almost any of them. Yeah, what else do I use? I use DevonThink right here. So I use DevonThink as like my read it later service. So let's put this in. I'll use it. So on my Mac, I'd use it like this. Like that. And I'd read on one side, take notes on the other. Text Sniper, I don't use that at all. Yeah, Obsidian Mobile is out, P. Fahad, and it's pretty good. I just set it up this week with all the sync, Obsidian sync between different applications, or between different platforms, because it syncs your settings. It works fairly good. I find that on mobile you do need to open it up and wait for a little bit. So, what is the use of DevonThink? Best explanation I have for that is actually here. In a video I already did about it. Same, remains pretty much the same. This video right here. My 2 uses for DevonThink. That video there explains it, what I use them both for. So realistically, DevonThink is for other people's thoughts. So, like, what's this one? Syncing WordPress databases, merging changes. I will read this for work. I will take notes on it if it's interesting enough. I'll probably scan it first to see if it's worthwhile for me. Right, this M1 MacBook Pro battery life, unlikely to take a note on it, although possibly. Right, what else goes in here? This is my kid's nature glamping thing, but I have like a Lego. I should have a Lego instructions. Let's put that in there. So I'll use this for research in here, right, for personal projects. Do I have it in here? Moonlander, woodworking project, stuff like that. So yeah. That's what I use it for. Research, I'll have like a research project, right? When I did time blocking, I did some carpooling stuff. I filed some stuff under Obsidian. Well, actually, that's actually my old Obsidian databases. I don't use any of them anymore, but I had indexed it in whatever this application is as well, because it lets you do, those are just book images. I want clients, I don't want. It can do some like finding stuff that's related. So then it says the note card system is related here. That's good. So I didn't do daily notes in Obsidian. You are totally right. It says here, Rasul says, I remember at some point you said that you don't do daily notes in Obsidian since you don't contribute to dailies at Elcast. So I didn't. I do now though. So, but I don't use them. So when I see a lot of people use daily notes and they use them as like, here's everything I read today. Here's everything else. I don't do that at all. So what I'll do here is I'll put in a time log and I'll put in like we'll go 600 streaming about Obsidian and stuff that I like. Because that's really what I do. Streaming about stuff I find interesting. I shared this task query already, right? So for a meeting, I'd actually put a meeting note in here. And if it was a meeting with, say, I'll just put something in here. at 1000, and if it was for a client like Harper Chase, I'd do this so I could include it in Harper Chase notes later. I could find it easily, and I take any notes below it. If I have a task, I'd put tasks down here. You can see I've got these task views. If you want to play with Obsidian workspaces at some point to see if I can have like, I guess I'd go split horizontally, and the bottom one I would want like this, right, like that. But then up top I'd be taking my notes from kind of stream of consciousness for the day. Yeah, so that's probably what I do. Pifa Hat asks, is Obsidian meeting task management requirements for you? I think it's going to. So I shared a video a little earlier from Justin DeRose. It is this one here. I already shared the link a little earlier, but this is his video called The New Favorite Productivity Tool. So I liked his task queries in there, and I'm going to play with them a bit. I also have OmniFocus kind of going. But the truth is, I keep getting into OmniFocus stuff and just finding issues. That's it. So right now, if I want to move this task, how do I do it? So in things, so things installed, I do. Where'd it go? Did it open? There it is. And things I can do, I don't remember all the keyboard commands now because I haven't used them in a while. What are they? Move. So I can do Shift Command M, and I can just take this task and move it to wherever I want. Right, I can take it to any project I want. That's cool. Here, there is no similar keyboard command. The ways to move this task are to go in to tab twice, and now I can start typing the project. Okay, great. There's another one. What did I set it up to? As an automation. Okay, Control Command M. So as an automation, which is just like plug in, this would work on my iPad. I guess it would work on my iPhone as well if I had a keyboard, but you know I don't. Is I could search a project, so and then I could put this under, put under a chore. But now, like, I can't tab to get to this next thing and select it. I have to actually get my mouse back out. I keep hitting pain points like that. I was actually saying in a Discord channel, what was I saying yesterday? Don't switch, I don't want a new audio device. In a private Discord channel. I'm just looking it up to see exactly what I said. Discord is being slow. Or rather, my computer's doing a lot, I suppose, is the truth. Like I say, the more I've tried to work with the OmniFocus in the last few weeks, the more legacy it feels. I know it used to be the gold standard, but some basic features feel like they're simply missing. Like some keyboard combination to move a selected task to a project. Sure, there are scripts you can edit, but that's it. And yeah, there's basic agreement in this channel, right? A few people that are in multiple other Mac user forums agree with me, and they say it feels like it's not even in development anymore. Like it's not under active development. So what I really do love about OmniFocus, though, is I love, hey Brad, the review feature. I don't have anything to review. I love it. Like, it is by far the best review feature out there. There's just no questions asked about it. So that's good. What could I see myself doing long term? I could see myself using, well, chores. I got a lot of, because I stopped using this for a while. I took out the garbase, which is a misspelling of garbage, clearly. We have no more library day, but you know, I'll deal with that later. Because it's not school right now, so I could kill this task. Did this. Okay. So what I could see myself doing in here is having some, what is the review feature in OmniFocus? Oh, it's really good. I'll try to show it to you in a second. Like I can see myself having some tasks in here, especially things that need to be reminded. Like I need to be reminded about on a specific date. Like taking out the garbage, cleaning the backyard so the lawn guy can come through. Library day for my younger kids who I need to make sure they take their library books back. My older kid, it's up to her. I don't know. If she doesn't get a new library book, she just doesn't get it. Don't care. So that, I could definitely see that being a really good thing. Quick capture is by far better. I haven't found a great way to do quick capture of tasks in Obsidian. Although I think it's far better for like a grocery list. Of going out to the groceries, I'm just going to put it in here. It's just a better spot for it. I found like creating like a grocery project in things just too hard, Same with OmniFocus. It just takes too many steps to create like a grocery project to go pick up 6 things at the grocery store. Why would I do that? I can create a quick grocery list on a day. That's it. Yeah. So the review feature, what can I do? Let's grab a project. Errands. Can I mark this as? When do I need to review it? Next review. Today. Okay. And next review. Today. Okay, so this was set up as other days because I reviewed it on Monday when I came back from whatever. So you can also change your review amount of review weeks. And what this does is gives you like an interface and a prompt to go through each project and say, did I review this? So my daughter's middle school letter, I need to worry about that on August 7th. I don't need to worry about it now. I had to follow up with these 2 people about bikes and the 529 accounts, which is like an anti-theft thing. You put a sticker on it, stuff like that. They want bikes through the school. And when we go out, I need to buy painter's tape under errands. Right, I can say, yeah, I reviewed those. I'm not doing any of them right now. That's fine. Chores. I need to check. Today I'm going to do this a little later. Check the magic function layer. I need to do a beneficiary thing with Wealth Simple. I need to make sure when my father-in-law gets out here that I get the air conditioner receipt. I need to find a mail plane replacement because it collapsed. I'll do that today. Maintenance day. There's some notes on what a maintenance day is, which I'm sure I'll do a video about at some point. So this would be like a recurring task I could set up here. You could do that in Obsidian as well, but I'm not sure that's the right spot. To be honest, I'm just not sure it's the right spot. I need to put up the hammock chair tomorrow. I need to follow up with Sean on Monday. I need to read Skillshare license. So I can say, yeah, I've scheduled the things I want to do, or these all have due dates appropriately, or I just not even deal with them yet because it's just not the right time for it, and I can mark as reviewed. And this works really well on your iPad as well. So now I also do, I see Civ say that he uses iOS reminders. I use that too. So like last night I called out to my Apple device. My wife's like said, oh, she wanted to charge her watch, but she went figure skating last night so she could track her workout. She has like a sports watch. This is a Garmin Enduro. My other one's an Ambit 3 Peak, which I just replaced. And she has a Coros something. I forget which one. Whichever one had multiple sports in it. Enough for her. Not the run, not the cheapest one. Second cheapest one. But she always forgets it because she just does. And she'd get there and not be able to track her workout and she'd be annoyed about it. So I just called out to my device and said, remind me about your watch, about a watch in an hour. Doesn't even matter what it actually says, even if it's like, remind me about garbage in an hour. Like, that doesn't matter. It just reminded me in an hour. So I call out to that. I'll call out to it when I'm running sometimes. Remind me about whatever in an hour. It'll be like a podcast I was listening to, and it's really just meant to be a prompt. As long as I get something close and there's like half the words matched, then I'm good to go. So I'll use that. Yeah. So, but what I think, like I was showing earlier, is I worked out some ways to have like these queries right here, right? So I can find out any overdue task. I have none. I can find out task with no due date, right? This has no due date on it. This is something I should do. I don't really need to do it. M1 multi-monitor has no due date, but that's actually set up here for today. So I would have to put in a, let's put in a task and put in task today, because I would like to see it did change that to ask on me. I put in task and it changed it to ask. Why does it do that? Interesting. Okay. All right, so now I have no issue there. Now this is not showing me tasks not done. Path includes camping. I need to include them all. Path includes daily. And put the slash in there because I have some notes that might have like craft daily notes that show up there. Let's go back to my boards. Yeah, that's what I want. So back to today. Okay. It says boards there, so it includes stuff that is in my Kanban boards. Right, up here. Camping, home, Argentum, or Obsidian. Obsidian is just kind of like a collection for, hey, I want to do something on Obsidian right now, right? I need to go back through and edit my tag notes. There's a video coming out for tag notes, what they are, on July 26th already. Already been synced. I already did this, so I can just mark this done. So I did that. So these are just some things I want to look at in Obsidian in general. All right, these are my home, get a new barbecue cover, find security cameras, recycle monitor and cables. I need to do that today maybe. I gotta walk down and recycle some other stuff or donate some other stuff, so. Yeah, so I could put that as like, all right, add date today. Does that show up in my daily note now? It does not. So what I have to say, edit card, task at still doesn't show up. Do I have this set up right? Includes boards. So you can also view the Kanban plugin as, now I have a whole set of task management stuff. Okay, so it put it as a daily note. So I would need to actually go, what do I have to do? Task today. It did change it to ask. I don't even know why. Who cares? Unless it's actually tasks. There we go. And then the checklist plugin is also set up to task. Good. What does it show up now? M1 multi-monitor. That's weird. Why is it doing that? I want tasks. Path includes daily. And boards. Recycle monitor and cables. Just go vertical split, or split horizontally. And go to my daily note. Why doesn't recycle monitor and cable show up there? Path includes boards. Okay, so it shows up now. Maybe I do, that's what I'm checking. Or, try capital, you're right. Daily. I just started playing with these syntax queries yesterday, which is why this is not like a formal video on it. I will do a formal video on how I've got this set up at some point. Yeah, that's not working. So, there it is. So it just says path includes. Heading includes matching. Path includes GitHub. Path includes GitHub. Path includes. I only see single includes. So I do know, because I did it earlier, you can include a path and exclude a path, but I want to include multiple paths. Oh, or path, maybe. Let's try that. Or still get nope. It understands it though. I wonder if you have to do multi-line. No, it doesn't even understand that query. But we know if I go like that, it got my board task, and we know if I go daily, I don't think I have anything to do, so that does work. I tested it out before. Path includes daily, or includes, here they want slash boards. Still nothing. Okay, I don't see that. Unfortunately. And it didn't do, I'll just double check this because, you know. Yeah, still nothing. So I know, like, this would be easy to do in, like, things where I just have a reminder. Maybe that's really the better spot for stuff like this. But, like, realistically, like, most of the tasks in, like, home or camping or even this Obsidian stuff, they're, like, not time sensitive. I just, like, oh, I want to get through some of them. So, like, I'll go to home and decide that I want to do, like, let's look for the new barbecue cover this weekend. Let's figure out some security cameras. Stuff like that, right? Let's hang the... hang kids hammock chair. I actually do know that new note from card. It's gonna mean task purchase big I hook. Let's give that a date. Create or edit task tomorrow. And then I'm going to have to find stud hang chair. Those things I gotta do to get this hammock chair set up for the kids. And I should set this whole thing to do this weekend. And in theory, open as a markdown. Do kids hammock chair. This is a task. And I should set a due date of... I want to get the whole thing done Sunday. Here we go. So then what I really want is on Sunday to have this show up. But I don't think it will with my current set of queries. So we couldn't figure that out. So let me submit an issue here. Let's do that, since that's where he wants it. We want to be nice about this. I didn't know that. I've never seen this part of GitHub before. I use GitHub all the time. It doesn't look like ores are available. So from this, it reads like ores just are not available right now. So I could simply do a double query there, overdo tasks. Tasks include boards. Path includes daily. Now I see both of them. Right. That's one way to get around it. Maybe that's what I'll do for now. Just because. Actually, why did I do that? Go to my template. What I really want to do is duplicate this one, actually, because it has my date variable in it. And delete boards here. Delete daily here. There you go. I wonder if there is a way to writing. Do a, I may already have this written down, so entry for, to do that. New note from card. So suppose at the very least in iOS, at least in iOS 15, which I do have set up on shortcuts, which shortcuts is kind of buggy, so I could save directly to the tasks folder here, right here. I could probably do that. That would be certainly a way to do this idea right here about that. And I'm not on the newest Mac OS on my Mac because I gotta work and I don't want to deal with any issues there. Whereas not having my iPad would be actually be okay. So at this point, so no data view. This is one I gotta dig into, Brad. I don't know. I do have a video on data. No, I don't have a video. I have a video in my watch later on data view. I don't know if it'll answer the question. Watch later. Not now. Go away. I watch all these Garmin Enduro ones. But isn't there one on data view I have here? Intro to data view. I don't know if this answers it, but there are some other videos out there on data view on stuff like that. So I would like to do one eventually, but I don't understand it well enough to really dig into it. So I can't at this moment, unfortunately. Sorry, Brad. Your videos have been good. Have you done another video lately? Brad has a YouTube channel, people. Where are my subscriptions? Oh, hey, Alex, I guess I'll say that. Yeah, hey, how's it going? Oh, Brad Davis sees it. You do, don't you? I'm not thinking of. Dr. Brad Davis has a video. He's done 2, both pretty good. Recommend his channel. Here you go. Check out his channel. 2 good videos. Yeah, 2 good videos. His Kindle Readwise thing, I'm totally going to use it. So on vacation, I read some stuff on Kindle, and I'm not going to, I don't know if I'm going to use Readwise, but I am going to use his other Markdown thing. So I'll be doing a video about pulling my Kindle notes via Markdown, totally stolen from Brad. Great video. Watch it. Watch it. Totally going to steal your stuff, Brad. And I'm going to try to remember to say, hey, this is Brad, thanks. But it's good. It came up perfectly for me. It came up just before I went on vacation and knew I would be reading on Kindle. So currently is not possible. Use the search function. So what search function is that? It's probably just a search. Like you can create an Obsidian query block just like I've created the tasks blocks here. Excuse me. Or I could just do a query, right, like this. And then I can start searching for tasks for stuff like that, because there are some abilities in Obsidian to do search here for task. For a subquery on each task, a task is defined as, where's task? Task list. This is a task. So then I could I guess I could use a search with multiple includes. Query, embed, or search. All right, and I can do quoted strings. I can include multiple paths, perform multiple paths as well in this. And then I can search task as well as another thing. So that would be a good an uncompleted task. So I could just do a search like that as well. Like I'm using the task plugin to leverage some of this. Because the task plugin has like a due date stuff, which the Obsidian queries don't. That's one way to get around it. To do what I want and just have a single query for it. But it wouldn't let me do due dates. That's the problem. It wouldn't let me do due dates because it doesn't have a concept of due dates. Although I may be able to search for text in a task block that matches a certain date, because the date is in the task block. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. And what else do I want to talk about today? I want to look at M1 multi-monitor support. I've been looking at this for a little bit. Because, have you ever tried Reach? Nope. I assume it's a Mac OS app for ons. Reach app on the App Store. Is this what you're talking about? I would not use a group text app. I don't really group text except for iMessage. Another group text email app. Oh, Reach Chrome extension. There you go. So I tried to actually separate Chrome as my work browser. So if you notice when I click a link or something, like if I searched something, it brings up OpenIn. This is my OpenIn is my default browser, and I can choose which browser I want to open something in. The Reach. You can see my work email there now. Best email finder period. Nope. Reach out. I don't even know. I just can't tell which one you're talking about. So, and unfortunately, you can't post links in there. So, sorry. I don't know what you're looking at. If you hopped in Discord, I could get a link to it. There's a link to my Discord channel in the description here. And if you ping me in Discord, I can look. But I probably won't be using Chrome. For my work or for like my personal browsing, because I just won't. Because I won't. I'll be keeping it for, I keep Safari for personal, Chrome for work, and that way I can have my different profiles installed, not just myself, but our web account as well, because our web people for like our, if we do API keys, we use like a group email account for that. So. The ending for Swiss websites. Okay, let me see. Swiss Swiss. I don't even know what that is. So that's Swiss. That'd be REA dot Swiss. Can't read that. English. Stream live TV? Is this what you're talking about? That doesn't seem like what you'd be talking about. Oh, .ch. Your second brain. All your knowledge stored like a brain, instantly reachable anywhere. Okay, so here's the thing with all this stuff. I'm not gonna try it. I'm probably never gonna try it. Does it look interesting? Sure, it looks like it'll do some of the stuff I want, or maybe all the stuff I want. But I don't view my YouTube channel, my quote-unquote YouTube job, even though, you know, it doesn't pay me enough to be a job, to test applications. That is not my job. My job is to share what I'm doing. And so, again, I'm always going to say, though, if this works for you, then use it. But I'm not going to do it. I'm probably never even going to look. Because at this moment, every hour I spend looking at some other application is like time wasted from producing my Obsidian course or from producing another video. I guess I could do a video on this, but I'm honestly just not interested in switching tools. So I switched to Craft a while ago because it didn't, like many months ago now, because it didn't have, because Obsidian was never going to have at that point a good mobile app. And then like it actually happened, it had a good mobile app, and I was a little bummed that I had made the switch, but I'd already made the switch, so I didn't worry about it. Until I found a strong positive good to switch back to Obsidian, which happened in my writing. I talked about this in a video that just came out on Monday. When I got to my writing workflows, and I wanted to go writing, and I came in and wrote the data detective review, which I haven't written yet because I need to go through it, and I wanted to link to other notes and actually create links inside the notes. And I said, I want to link to all these things in here and like create more connections and build up my database, my knowledge, and my notes are in Craft, and I couldn't do it. And I was like, that's it, I can't do this. I just had to put it all in Obsidian. And then came, and I wasn't like, I already was using the daily notes in it. I was already using these and enjoying them. So I do have a mobile workflow. Obsidian for mobile came out, right? Like it's right here. iPhone. Is my iPhone actually loading right today? Back here. Yeah, my iPhone's loading. Let's look. Oh no, it's frozen. It freezes. It freezes all the time anyways. There you go. Here you go. So I do find some things, you can see like when it's synced, it had issues, right? So I have double entry stuff here. And that's no good. So it created my daily note because that's it. It created my daily note. So did my Mac. So I'll have to do some cleanup of this. I can actually already see on my Mac that it's synced over there too. I have some double entry here. But otherwise, oh, you died again. Forget this. Forget this. Right, so it had some double entry when I used it. It was not, I don't know why it stopped streaming. So I do find that you really do need to let it sync properly. But otherwise, it works just fine. Same on my iPad. So I do all of my reading, research reading, stuff like that on my iPad. And it works just fine. So that's it. I do have a mobile workflow. it's my iPad or my phone. I do, like I said, if I probably need to change it opening to the daily note automatically on my phone so we don't have stuff like just happened. Yeah, I probably do need to do that. Yeah. So I am on Obsidian Sync now, Brad. I opened up new vaults yesterday. Yesterday? Maybe the day before. And synced everything, like connected it to my remote vault and synced it. I do find on my iPad and on my phone, though, I need to, I'm just opening my iPad. Yeah, there we go. It's for today, 16th, okay. So, oh, and it updated, that's fine. So, I do find sometimes I get the double entry like that. So that might be a mobile setting only that I have issues with, but it does work on my iPad just fine. I don't have my iPad hooked up to stream today, so I'm not going to share it today. I actually found iCloud Sync worked just fine. Like, I'd say a little better even, a little better. So, yeah. So yeah, I'm not going to try new tools at all. Unless I have a problem and I think, oh, this other tool will fix it, then I will look at it. So, what was I going to look at? M1. Because I have an M1 Air. I only can do one external monitor, and really I want two now. Pluggable, that's the company I need. Have you tried any inline attributes for data view in Obsidian? Do you stick with YAML for Matter exclusively? I need to dig into, Anthony asks this. I need to dig into data view more, that's just it. So I'm doing some, sometimes. I'm probably very inconsistent with it. What if I looked up, oh, what did I look at recently? Probably have something in my inbox that will do this. So that's a writing thing, actually. Writing, Carmen Enduro. I need to read. Okay, so author theme junkie. This would be YAML in theory. I can query that later. I'm adding this type of data into articles I read, but I'm not actually doing anything with it. So this is a note. Because it's just a summary of someone else's thoughts. House air conditioner. I have to choose the right blog flow, right? So I did A2 hosting there as well. So I need to dig into data view. I need to figure out more stuff with it, but I don't have anything. Author, this is actually a tag note. Video on exactly what a tag note is coming out, or you can watch 2 weeks ago stream. Tag to see how to find your passion. This author here is improvement pill note. Meta table, you say. Anthony says that there is a nicer plugin for doing YAML. Meta table install. I need to install it. Or restart Obsidian anyways. All right, let's do that then. This is writing lister grid view. What's it supposed to do? So the author here is kayak marketing. meta table. Oh, I did not turn it on. Probably didn't turn it on yet, of course. That's always, I find that annoying. You install it and you gotta go turn it on after. I honestly forget to do that all the time. Does not load the editor syntax highlight anymore in meta table. Okay. Now it's still not gonna do anything because, okay, quit. It's just a visual example too. Read me. You actually want me to like read things? I totally admit I do bad at stuff like that. I very much do bad at stuff like that. Oh, this thing right here. Yeah, that's nice. It's prettier, I guess. Here's the thing, though. I almost never view my notes like that. I almost always view like this, so I'm not sure how much benefit I'm going to get out of it. This is how I just read Markdown all the time, which is actually one detriment to having these task queries. I have to remember to flip over like that and actually see if there's anything in here. So I'm not sure that I'm going to use meta table, whatever it was called, very often. I'll leave it installed. It's turned on. Great, but I'm just probably never going to get to it. Products. Graphics adapters. Type C. Is that actually going to work there with Ethernet? That's fine. Yeah, I just don't know if I'm going to use it, Anthony. Almost feel bad saying it, but I don't actually feel bad saying it. Because I'm just never going to do it. By connection to host, type C, that's what I want. Most of them are unavailable because, you know, there's a worldwide shortage on everything right now. Dual 4K, that's probably the one I want. Right there. I am Markdown first. I mean, I read code every day, right? Like, and on Vim, later today, they'll be doing this all day to finish off stuff for a client site. So I read code all day. It's just normal for me. So multi-monitor, I actually have to use a, does it support, cannot be mixed with non-display link. Does not support, will not play back encrypted or copy protected content. Does not charge. Honestly, maybe I just need to buy a new for Windows. Triple HDMI. Compatibility, USB Type-C, Thunderbolt 3 Max, good. I actually have a Thunderbolt 4 one. Alt mode, power delivery. No HDCP support. Maybe I just need to wait and buy a new Mac when it comes out for multi-monitor. Or buy a Mac Mini. Actually, the Mac Mini would also give me multiple monitors because they do one HDMI and one USB-C. No, I don't even know. I keep looking at this, to be honest, and not making a purchase, and everything is in short supply, so. Everything is in short supply. Yeah, everything is in short supply. Okay, so let's look at my Obsidian course. Sync Obsidian files. This has actually changed. I don't do that anymore already. Obsidian sync. If any other Obsidian questions, ask away. I'm just kind of working on my Obsidian course, and you can benefit from it, from seeing that. Ask away, Anthony. Obsidian mobile question. Is this done? Yeah, they all have some sort of history. That's fine. I hear you can set up different settings for mobile versus desktop, though, through running the same vault. You can. I don't know how my iPad set up to stream today, but if you go to sync, you can just turn off and on what you want here. And then you have the same settings on your iPad or on your phone. So you could sync all PDFs, you can sync your files. I really only have text and a couple images. The big thing you're probably asking about is main settings, right? So you could unsync your main settings if you wanted. You could even like, hey, I have most of what I want is here on my mobile too. or it's not from my desktop to mobile, so you could sync it all and then turn off sync on your mobile, and it'll keep the settings it had, and I think it'll keep the settings it's had. Anyway, you can turn it on and not sync them, and you can do that, right? Not sync your appearance, not sync themes and snippets, not sync hotkeys, not sync active plugins, all that stuff. So you can just choose which chunks you want to do. Plugin settings, core settings, plugin list, installed community plugins. So you can sync which community plugins are enabled, and then you can sync the installed plugins that you actually have separate. I don't see a way to change the settings for plugins though, to turn that off or on. Hotkeys, sync custom hotkeys, sync core active list, sync core plugin settings. So you can sync core settings. What? Oh, right here, sync installed community plugins and their settings. So you could sync the like whether one's active or not, and then if you unchecked this here on your mobile device, it wouldn't pick up your settings or which ones are installed. That doesn't make any sense. Now, unless you want to have the installed ones synced, and whether they're active in their settings, like you almost want these flipped. Like I want to sync which installed, but then I want to sync whether they're active and their settings separately. That doesn't make any sense to me, but that's how it works. You can see. That's how it says it works. I found it to work pretty good, although I did lose some plugins recently, like community plugins. What doesn't sync anymore? Or what doesn't work anymore? The editor syntax highlight doesn't work anymore. Obsidian query language probably works. I just don't use it. I should just delete it. Uninstall. Outliner doesn't work on mobile. Slated, I'm not using it anymore, so uninstall it. Yes, Obsidian Sync is E2E, which is benefit. Now you do trust at some level, like I'm trusting them with my data, which I do, but like you just got to remember that. So I guess with iCloud, I'm trusting Apple with my data, but I'm trusting Apple with like all my data anyways because I am. because I am. Yeah, because I am. So, and it's not as encrypted. Now I did put my own key in, right? So that's not something you can do with sync. Where's sync here? Sync. All right, when I choose your vault, so when I chose this vault, it said choose over here. It asked me for my key, which I saved. I created like a long random password in 1Password, and then like I have the encryption key to that. They don't. Thanks, Ryu. Enjoy your way home. Hopefully it's safe and stuff. And you can enable which folders you sync to. View and restore deleted files. There you go. Sync activity. So, I know you probably can't sync to multiple vaults. So I don't use publish. I don't think I'm going to use publish because I publish all that type of stuff on my site. So that's weird. Done. I do not use multiple vaults. I use one vault. I probably have multiple vaults installed just because I've moved things around. Yeah. But I only use the iOS vault. The Obsidian one is legacy. I don't use it at all. I don't use it at all. It is possible. No, I never print. Never print, Anthony. The only thing I ever print is when my kids want a coloring picture. I might draw a picture for them. or find one and send it off. That's it. I never print it. No need for it at all. Let's write about themes briefly. Should be a short one. What do I want to look at? Yeah, I'm using the mobile app. No, I don't want to watch this. The audio is always choppy for me like this. I won't write about themes. I did start using the mobile app. My iPad is not set up to stream today, but I love it. I do most of my reading and research there. I tried to show it off my iPhone. Didn't work very well. It just was pausing and stopping. So I guess I'll have to spend $2,000 and get a new streaming switcher. Which I'm not going to do. I probably don't need to write about syncing. I probably do need to do this. You can hear my kids upstairs right now. No, I don't find it messy at all. My life is my life. It's one life. So don't find it messy at all. And this is like always what I'm in. I mean, like switch vaults all the time. Forget that junk. No, God, no time for that. Nope, it's not messy. The messiest part about having multiple things in one vault is dealing with streaming. Because every once in a while I show a daily note and I've got to like double check it to make sure there's no like personal information in there or nothing. That's too like, I don't care if you know that I work for Markentum and that one of our clients is Harbor Chase. That's fine. That's like a known thing, but I don't want to like share any personal stuff. That's the messiest part. Everything else is totally fine. I have one life. My one life integrates with everything. So it just is one life. I think that's probably in writing. Okay, writing. Sync Obsidian settings. It goes, I'll do a video about this early and it will also show up in my course. So another thing I love about the writing, I can have it in like 2 spots at the same time. So I think I'm going to wind up here, actually. I'm going to go for a run. Maybe help my wife survive the children because they're being annoying. And she was out late last night figure skating. I think she probably go home after 11. And I think I heard kids at 6:30, so. Yeah, I can see Fahad that some people would have issues with having their stuff together, but I just don't. Except the messiest thing is my daily notes. When I come in sometimes and later on I'll say, talking to Anthony, who's one of the people I supervise, and maybe I'll have a personal note in there. That's like the messiest thing. Everything else is, bleh. Right? It's all one life. So if I don't want to see the stream now, like I'll just minimize the stream. And I can still have other meetings in the day without having any issues. So, and I'm only working on one thing at a time, right? Like if I'm looking at, so I have my inbox here, right? So this is the book I'm currently reading, areas of focus. These are the kind of the big things here. behavior design. This is a tag note. Tag note, and I'll move it to tags. Browsing mode, also a tag note. There's a video on tag notes coming if you're asking what a tag note is. I'm not going to recap it right now because you'll see the video on July 26th, or it's in, I think, last week's stream. If you search tag notes in the title. So what theme is that? I think it's Groovebox. Appearance. Yep, Groovebox. Right there. List a grid view if you're seeing your living blog. So this would actually go in. I actually need to link to this here. Possible writing topic for work. So then I'll go writing Carmen Enduro. This is a, I actually have an outdoor. I do, it's still my old craft database, that's fine. This is a task. House air conditioner, I'll just put this in a note. I just did some math on what, writing on what the amperage of my circuits are, so I can figure out what I need for, or how many air conditioners I can run, basically. Mark download, what is this? Oh, this is writing. New note from card. So then I do content template. Load HT. I'll work on that one later. Mark download is a tag note. OmniFocus again, that's a writing project. OmniFocus embed, player piano, that's a book I read. Obsidian quick entry for tasks, a writing thing, rack keys. It's for my Yakima rack. It's just the key number I need. I guess you could find where I live and get my rack then. It's a note. Searching mode is a tag note. I got behind on this because, you know, I had a shortcut remote control writing. Now, this is Brad's video, Supercharge Your Reading with Kindle. She wrote about it too. So that's a writing thing. Data Detective, this is the book. I read it already. The review is a writing thing. The other side is not dumb. I want to read that one. Productivity project review. It's a writing. That's a book I read on Kindle while I was gone. UI cheat sheet. That is a note. Unblock your thinking with ABC lists. Author is Jinx. It's a note. I thought I already did that. Note. Yeah, I got that already. So writing thing. I think that's it for now. So I probably need to have like a dashboard. I guess I have research dashboards. So anyway, that's it. I'm going to sign off, go get ready to go for a run. And that's it for the day, really. Thanks for watching. Thanks for asking questions. Have a wonderful day. Try to behave yourselves today. Ciao.